What's up everyone? As you can see, we're in a different setup today. We're not in my usual studio, we're just in the car. So it's just me, you, the camera. Thought I'd try something different for this video, mainly because I've literally just touched down from being on holiday in Italy. So I went to the Amalfi Coast and I haven't really had time to sit down, do a proper script and do a proper setup for this week's YouTube video. So I'm just sort of going off script, off road, just freestyling this video as I go along. And if you saw my setup right now, it's just like a tripod hanging off the side of my car. So in this video, we're going to discuss about how to get invested. Well, how to start investing in the stock market. And it's a topic which I know people overcomplicate it. So I'm just going to give you a no bullshit answer on how to invest in the stock market. So step number one is obviously to invest in the stock market, you need to have a brokerage platform, you know, a stock trading platform. And that's the first step that stops a lot of people investing, because they start Googling investment platforms to start buying stocks, and they get overwhelmed with information. They find all these companies which you can buy stocks on, different fees, different bonuses, different discounts, and that puts people off straight away because of that information overload. So I'm going to keep it simple with you. Whatever country you're in, just Google top investment, top shares accounts, trading platforms, brokerage accounts, whatever. Just Google the top ones in your country and just pick the first one. I'm not gonna lie, it really doesn't matter which platform you sign up for. Just make sure it's government regulated. Just make sure that, you know, if that platform does shut down, your funds are protected by your regulatory body in your country. So that's step number one. Just pick an exchange. It honestly doesn't matter, just don't overthink it. So I bank with Barclays, and Barclays allow you to buy shares. So I normally use Barclays. Some of my friends use Trading 212, eToro. So yeah, it doesn't matter. Just get started. That's the main thing. Just get started. You can always make a new platform somewhere else. Step number two is you then need to open your account. Now, the most important bit here is make sure you're opening a tax efficient account. So for example, in the UK, you can open up an ISA account, and an ISA will allow you to essentially have 20k of tax-free gains. You know, in the US, you have a Roth IRA, I believe. So find out what type of tax benefit accounts you can get in your country and make sure you sign up for that, because you don't want to be paying unnecessary tax. So just make sure you research that. You know, I can't really list them all because it would take me too long to research every single country, and if I'm honest, most of my viewers are from the UK and US, so those are the two I've gone with. So that's step number two. You got your platform, open up the tax efficient account. So now step three, what do we start buying? How do we buy? Now this is where a lot of people fail again, because it all comes down to information overload. There's just so much information out on the internet, and it really freezes people from buying. So what do we do? Well, as a beginner, honestly, just start off with index funds, ETFs. So for example, you probably hear the term S&P 500 index fund, FTSE 250 index fund. You probably hear the term index fund everywhere. It's all everyone talks about. They just chuck the word index fund out of you. So just imagine, so what is an index fund? Well, imagine a basket of all the largest companies in your country. So you're basically buying a portion of that basket. You're basically buying a bit of stock from the largest companies all in your country. So for example, the S&P 500, you've got the 500 largest companies in the US. That's what the S&P 500 is. So an S&P 500 index allows you to buy a portion of all these companies. So that's what I'm saying. It's a basket of companies, and that's what you're buying into. And if I'm honest, as a beginner, you don't know what you're doing, but that shouldn't stop you from doing. So that's your safest bet. Just buy index funds. Oh shit, I think someone's at my door. So as you can see, we're back at the old setup. Had some friends knock on my door because they're staying at Glastonbury, so they wanted to stay at my house today.
If you forget to say it, we'll back it. Yeah. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2.
Oi! It's your turn,
I'll
back you.
Oh, that's clapped. That's clapped. So nice though, but so clapped.
So let's jump back into it. So we're talking about index funds. So as a beginner, you should start buying index funds. Now, a lot of people will be saying, oh, I want to find the next Tesla, I want to find the next Amazon, which is fine, but as a beginner, you should build up this anchor, I guess, this safe anchor of capital, which is going to deliver you safe returns. I'm a bit out of breath at the moment, just ran up the stairs. So yeah, so once you start building up this safe capital, this steady anchor in your portfolio, then yes, start diving in and researching. You have to view stocks as like a personal growth journey. You're not going to start opening up your stock account and picking the next Amazon. You want to open up your stock account, buy safe index funds, build a solid safety net of safe 10% returns. And then you want to start allocating a bit of capital to more risky picks, you know, small cap stocks, which might become the next Amazon. Or you might be really interested in areas such as utility, automotive, manufacturing. So once you build up your safe, steady anchor, then why don't you start diversifying into these other areas? So right now I have index funds, I have manufacturing, automotive, crypto, fast fashion brands. So I've got, when you look at mine, I've financial services, so I cover about 7 or 8 different areas, but I have that probably about 50% of my portfolio is index funds. Okay, so number 4 is just setting aside capital to invest. So once you've made your investment account and you've sunk some funds in, every month you want to add to it. You don't want to just buy some stocks and that's it, you don't buy anything else again and you give up. You want to be creating a direct debit, allocating a certain amount of portfolio to your stock account. And the best way to do this is to set up a direct debit which goes straight out of your bank account as soon as you get paid. A lot of people do it the other way. They get paid and then they see what money they have left over at the month. And it's a dangerous game because what happens is you don't really budget for it. It's just more of like, I'll enjoy myself. If I have money left over, I'll invest it. But if you invest as soon as you get paid, it will force you to budget, and that's what I do. So you might be asking, how much do you put in? Well, I would go for there's different ways you can do it. You can either go for a percentage. You can say, you know, 20% of my salary, I want to go into stocks. Or you can work out all your bills, see how much it costs for you to run your life, and then create a fixed amount. But I like to use a percentage term because if your salary goes up or if your salary goes down, it means your investment is going to proportionally move with your salary, and that's a good way to make sure you're keeping on track and that your stock portfolio grows in line with your salary, whether that's up or down. And yeah, so those are your like quick 4 no bullshit steps to getting investing. Create your stock account. It doesn't matter what you pick, just make sure it's regulated and your funds are safe if that stock platform goes under. Number 2, sign up for that tax efficient account in your country because you don't want to be paying unnecessary tax. Number 3, start investing in index funds first and then branch out. Don't try to be the next Warren Buffett straight away. You're not that smart, unfortunately. None of us are. It takes time to build knowledge. So start with something simple, something boring, something that's not very sexy. Index funds. Build your knowledge, then diversify out. And then finally, number 4, direct debit. You want to be adding your capital, growing this account over time. Time is our best friend. Compound interest is our best friend, the 8th wonder of the world. So that small direct debit will add up, even if it's just £50, £100, £200, just whatever it is. Just keep adding to it slowly in line with your salary, and that's all you need to get started investing. If you want a more in-depth video, leave a comment and I'll make one. I can go into actual stock accounts, I can go into actual index funds to buy, how to get started in researching if you want to buy individual companies, and risk management on, you know, how much index funds do you buy, how do you allocate your capital. So I can go more in depth, but this is your no BS guide just to getting started, a quick, simple, fast guide. So yeah, start your journey now. Hope you enjoyed the video. Obviously we're here all week. Every week I release content on cryptocurrency, finance. We never miss a week. And if you're interested in the cryptocurrency world, I'm also giving out free NFTs. So the link will be in my bio if you want to claim a free NFT. I'm sort of using these as appreciation tokens to my early fans. If you're watching this video, you know, you can claim a token. All you got to do is pay gas, and it just shows that you're an early supporter of me. And if you want to check out any other vids on finance or cryptocurrency, 2 videos will pop up right now, which are great videos to watch, and it will help you start your journey. Hopefully see you next week.